I'm a little bit sleepy because if you know, the shelling started at 5 a.m. this morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Oksana. Just keep talking.
Yeah, most of us got very little sleep. And surprisingly, I think this has been the longest and the shortest day in my life, where we've been online the whole day following the news. And where I am now, like you mentioned, it's a metro station, and you can see a train behind me, which is used as basically as a sleeping cart. What the transport did is, after the line stopped, they brought a train that is now open, and people are sleeping inside the cars. So it's time for us to take rest, even though a lot of people are still up and scrolling the news and following the news of possible attack of Kyiv that is anticipated overnight.
People must be incredibly worried, Oksana. What is your understanding of the situation?
I don't know. You mentioned me as an ordinary citizen, but I'm actually someone who studied gender and peace and security as my master's. So I tell myself I should be able to have an analytical perspective on this now. But I think many of us have mentioned, chapters from pre-World War II books, where people were going to cafes and partying and having tea and not thinking about it. And just this morning, I wrote a Facebook post saying, when I realized I can't leave Kyiv, I bought a cake and I went to see my friend and we had a cake. What I'm saying is that I think none of us actually believed that this could happen. None of us anticipated that all of the threats and all of the media hysteria that has been around Ukraine for the last month or more is actually going to materialize itself. Even though, when we look at the ground and the people have actually prepared themselves, everyone is here with packed suitcases, with sleeping bags, with water and food. We've been prepared. We just hoped that this would never happen. And I mean, we should be really having no doubt about what is going on. This is a full-blown invasion of Russia into Ukraine, with Russia's imperial interests stretching out in an insane, unfathomable fashion in the 21st century. And what's at stake is the population of 40 million people, the entire territory of Ukraine. But I also believe what's at stake is the world order, the world security order, no less. And everyone should be on their toes right now about this. And I'm really surprised that the sanctions aren't as swift as they should be. They're not as rigid as they should be. It's not a matter of negotiations right now. This should have been done yesterday.